On a night in June, a company got ransomed. Its databases stolen, encrypted, held hostage. Normal, boring, happens every day. Except this time, when investigators pulled the logs, they found something that made their blood run cold. There was no hacker. No human typed a single command. The entire break-in, finding the way in, stealing the passwords, moving through the network, encrypting the data, writing the ransom note, was run, start to finish, by an AI. And at one point, when it hit a locked door, it diagnosed its own mistake and fixed it in 31 seconds. Security researchers gave it a name, JADEPUFFER, and they're calling it the first of its kind. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it worked, and why the people who study this for a living say the game just changed permanently. Chapter 1. No human at the keyboard. Let's start with who caught it. On July 1st, 2026, the threat research team at a security company called Sysdig published a report on an attack they'd pulled apart line by line. What they described had never been documented before. A complete ransomware operation with no human operator behind the keyboard. They coined a term for it, an agentic threat actor, meaning the entire attack capability was delivered by an AI agent, not a person with a hacking toolkit. Now, we've heard AI-powered hacking hype for years. This is different, and here's the tell. The attacker's own code was full of plain English notes to itself. Real hackers don't annotate their malware with sentences explaining their reasoning. Language models do it reflexively. They can't help narrating. The malware was, quite literally, thinking out loud. That's how they knew what they were looking at. Chapter 2. The Way In. So how did it get in? This is the part with a dark sense of humour. The AI's way into the network was a tool called Langflow, an open-source platform people use to build their own AI applications. There was a known vulnerability in it, an unauthenticated remote code execution bug, which in plain English means if your Langflow was exposed to the internet, anyone could run commands on it without ever logging in. So the first thing this AI did was break into the exact kind of software people use to build AIs. It walked in through the front door of the AI industry's own toolshed. From there, it found a second target, a production database server running MySQL and a config service called Nacos, and it pivoted straight to it, hunting for the crown jewels. Chapter 3, 31 seconds. Now the part that actually scares the researchers. Real attacks hit snags. A login fails, a password's wrong, a step breaks. A human hacker stops, thinks, and tries something else. That improvisation used to be the thing you couldn't automate. Watch what JADEPUFFER did. At 34 minutes past the hour, it inserted a rogue admin account into the database. 12 seconds later, it tried to log in with that account. And the login failed. A dumb script would have just kept hammering the same broken door forever. Instead, 31 seconds after the failure, the AI issued a brand new payload that diagnosed why the login broke, rebuilt the account correctly, and 11 seconds after that, it was in. It debugged itself, in real time, in the middle of the heist. That is the exact capability that used to require a skilled human, and now it doesn't. Chapter 4. The Shopping List. Once inside, it went shopping, and the shopping list tells you exactly what this thing was built for. It hunted for API keys to the big AI providers, OpenAI, Anthropic, DeepSeek, Gemini, because stolen AI credits are money. It grabbed cloud keys from Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and the big Chinese providers like Alibaba and Tencent. It looked for crypto wallets and database logins. Then it got destructive. It encrypted 1,342 separate configuration items using the database's own built-in encryption, deleted the originals, and created a table it named readme_ransom with the demand inside. It even beaconed home to its command server every 30 minutes, like clockwork waiting for orders. Over the whole operation, researchers counted more than 600 distinct, purposeful payloads, Each one a deliberate step, none of them typed by a person. Chapter 5. The barrier just fell. So why does this matter beyond one company's very bad night? Here's the line from the report that stuck with me. Ransomware is no longer a craft for the highly skilled. Think about what that means. For 30 years, serious hacking was gated by expertise. You needed to understand how these systems worked, deeply, to chain all these steps together without breaking something. That knowledge barrier is what kept the number of capable attackers small. An AI agent that can improvise erases that barrier. The operator doesn't need to understand credential theft or lateral movement or privilege escalation. The model does. Tradecraft that used to prove a skilled human was on the other end, now just proves a capable model was. The pool of people who can run an attack like this didn't grow, it exploded, and JADEPUFFER isn't the ceiling, it's the first draft. So that's JADEPUFFER, the first ransomware attack run entirely by an AI that broke into an AI building tool, debugged itself in 31 seconds, and shopped for the keys to every major AI lab on its way out. If your job touches security, the takeaway is blunt. Patch your internet-facing tools, rotate your keys, and assume the thing on the other end never gets tired and never gives up. If this made the risk click, subscribe. We break down the tech behind the headlines without the panic and without the hype. Next up, the defenses actually being built to fight agents like this one. See you there.